The Bluff. She was known as Maddie to those closest to her, and was 11 when she began to lose her hearing. The dog snoring at the foot of her bed, the servant's pitter-patter on the staircase, and her sister's laughter receded. Faces began to frighten her, as did hands and doors. She didn't like to be touched or picked up or handled in any way. Maddie climbed trees and rode horses and sat for hours along the banks of the river. Later, she was plucked and tied and herded to receptions, where she opened her lips and arms for a girl who held her shoulders and caressed her cheek. Her voice came back, but the girl ran off. Maddie's loneliness was a corruptible force, and she relished her sister's ruinous nuptials and the country's suicidal delusions. She bankrolled the SPD and penned a Gothic novel under her father's illegitimate son's name. Absence and emptiness, she learned, were opposing forces. Near the end of the war, she received a letter from her sister begging her to take the children away from their father. Instead, Maddie arranged for his disappearance on a hunting trip at Cape York. Her sister never forgave her. Maddie left for the Highlands to drink and paint. A piano was brought into her chamber so that a long-limbed beauty named Agnes could play it. The girl arrived with an obese terrier and hidden pockets in her smock. Women gossiped in the kitchen. The dog snored by the window. The girl left with her pockets full. At supper, Maddie didn't touch her black pudding. She was escorted to the south lawn, where a blanket was placed over her shoulders. Gulls plunged to the sea below. A figure moved in the distance. She glassed the vegetation until she located Agnes making her way across the land. The terrier was invisible in the tall brush. Maddie asked why Agnes wasn't given a lift home and was told that, indeed, she had been. But the girl on the bluff, she said. It was only a ghost, the housekeeper told her, the ghost of a drowned girl. Maddie watched her youthful lips. What happened to her? The housekeeper answered with her pretty kissable lips. That night, an explosion of light woke Maddie, a fiery constellation, summoning her to the bluff. Maddie took the girl's outstretched hand, and together they waltzed high above the sea.